everything in life should not be easy. And while this salad is not easy, it does take time. You can look here at the number of ingredients I have, and you can see that this is not a 10-minute fix. I'm making green bean and edamame salad. Edamame, for those of you who don't know, is a vegetable soybean that originated in China and went to Japan and has now come to the United States. I'm going to start with the dressing, and it's again fairly simple. It's the thing that takes the time is the number of ingredients that you have to measure. This does make 8 servings, and it does keep a few days though, so you can use it, either cut it into smaller amounts or make a large amount for a larger group. I've got 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil and then 1 tablespoon of honey. And I actually sprayed this container with a little bit of nonstick vegetable spray to make it come out, but honey just moves slow no matter what. Then I have 2 tablespoons of water and 1/4 cup of Dijon mustard. This dressing does give it a little bit of it is a little bit spicy because of the mustard and a couple of the other ingredients we're going to add, so it does have a little bit of a kick. If you're not fond of Dijon mustard, you could use a different kind. You could even use a honey Dijon because we've already got the honey going in there, and that's going to cut it a little bit. I'd still go ahead and use the honey that we've got though. I'm also going to add 1/4 cup of lemon juice and 2 cloves of garlic that are minced fairly well. Again, if you're not a big garlic fan, or if your garlic's really sharp or your cloves are really large, you may want to adjust the amount of that you use. Next, I've got 1/4 cup of white wine vinegar, and then we're going into a whole slew of herbs here. I've got 1/4 teaspoon of basil, 1/4 teaspoon of marjoram. I've also got 1/4 teaspoon of rosemary, but because rosemary kind of comes in long little sticks, I'm going to crush it up a little bit before I put it in. Don't have to be extensive, you don't have to get out the mortar and pestle, but bruising it a little bit will help bring out some of the flavors. Also, I've got 1/4 teaspoon of thyme and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and 1/4 teaspoon of lemon peel. Just remember to get the lemon peel off your lemon before you do the juicing of the lemon that we added a little earlier. Then simply whisk this together, and it's going to separate on you, and that's okay. We just want to get it pretty much ready for when we need it for the rest of the salad. Okay, I'm going to set that aside, and it'll be ready when we need it in a few minutes. Next thing is the salad itself. Now, edamame is a green soybean or a vegetable soybean, and you can get it a couple of ways. If you're growing it in your garden, obviously it comes fresh and it'll be in a pod like this. They're usually kind of fuzzy. These have already been cooked, and these were actually frozen from the supermarket, and you can get them at the supermarket either frozen in the pods or already shelled. For this salad, we need them shelled, so you'll probably need, if you're buying them at the market, you'll need to buy 2 pounds. Go ahead and cook them, and then they slide out really, really easy. And they're kind of fun. There's usually not more than 2 or 3 in a pod, and they're real easy to work with. So that's what we started with. I'm also using green beans, so I've got 2 cups of green beans. Again, these are cooked, and you could use frozen or you could use fresh. The 2 cups of cooked edamame that's been shelled. Then I have 1/4 cup of sliced green onion, a 1/2 cup of what was that cucumber. It was seeded and chopped. You could use an English cucumber or you could use a regular one if you seed it. I've got a 1/2 cup of diced celery, 1/2 cup of chopped red pepper, a cup of chopped carrots, and 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, and 1/3 cup of dried cranberries. Now you're simply going to stir these together and then put the dressing over it, whisk the dressing together a little bit. Make sure that everything is well mixed, and then you're going to cover it and put it in the refrigerator for at least an hour so that everything has time for the flavors to blend. You could do this overnight ahead of time and be ready for guests when time gets closer. Again, we've poured the dressing over, mix it well. Now, if I was doing this at home, I would either transfer it to a smaller bowl so that I could put a lid on it, or I'd use a bowl that has a tight-fitting lid, because there's some pretty strong flavors in here, and you don't want everything in your refrigerator to taste like green bean and edamame salad. Okay, let that sit for a little while. In expedience of time for the show this afternoon or morning, We're just going to go directly to putting this on top of our salad greens. We have some romaine greens, and as I said, this makes 8 servings, or it would make 4 to 6 servings if you use it as a main dish, because it is high in protein. The soybean does provide all the essential amino acids as well as a lot of other health benefits. So there you have it. It's very easy to do. It takes a little bit of time to get everything ready, but it's kind of fun. And if you've got a few of these fresh ones, you might put them on the side. The thing to do with these when people eat them is to just remember that you don't eat the pod. But otherwise, it's kind of fun to have them on the plate so people kind of know where this came from. This is green bean and edamame salad for Oklahoma Gardening. This is Barbara Brown.